the most respected, most charismatic, most towering chief guest of the day, Major General Dr. Bakshi Saab, Gagandeep Bakshi Saab. And when you call Lord Shiva always comes with Parvati. We are missing Ganapati and Subramanya. So I was telling the shloka, Vagartha viva samprukto, Vagartha pratipatteye, Jagatah pitaro vande, Parvati parameshwaro. So when Lord Shiva was called, along with Parvati Mata, Shiva has given darshan to us, blessing to us. Sir, we are honored with your presence. Usually all the guests who come to our school, we receive them near our fountain area, so that minimum walking is required. But today, though Major General Bakshi is only 75 years young, he is most young compared to most of us here. In the spirit, we took a decision that we will receive him in the entrance of the school and make him walk in the school campus so that his footsteps fall in the soil of Vagdevi and inspire the children to become something big like him in the coming decades. Sir, I beg your excuse for making you walk such a long distance in the hot sun. And equally towering personality, as our Suchitra ma'am told, though he has traveled half the globe and got 60 plus awards, international awards, not just national awards, international awards. And whenever our Honorable President visits Orissa, in spite of all the security hindrances, she will send a special car to Sudarshanji and ensure that she meets Sudarshanji. Same thing happened even 2 weeks back. And such a towering artist, whom even Prime Minister would like to speak one-to-one, President would speak one-to-one, and see the way he is sitting, as if he doesn't know anything. See, this is what we want our children to learn. The more and more you earn accolades, the more and more you become humble. Sir, we are blessed by both the sun and moon being on the same stage at once. Major Bakshi Saab and Sudarshan Saab. And we were telling Madam Sunita Bakshi, it is very difficult to be a soldier. It is even more difficult to be a soldier's wife. A big round of applause to Sunita ji. She needs to be more brave than Bakshi Saab. Each time he is going into the war field, you just imagine what may be, how her mind may be working. So I want a big round of applause from each one of you to all the soldiers who have safeguarded Bharat. Because today Bakshi Saab will be addressing the parents. And I will also be addressing. And I will be telling whichever young parents I see only with one child, I will tell the human resources will have to enhance. So for human resource to enhance, we need at least second child in the family. So I will not hesitate to tell that in any platform, because those who tell Bharat Mata Ki Jai have to be in majority. And those who don't want Bharat Mata Ki Jai, and those who walked with bare body in the Bharat Mandir when the AI summit was happening, such anti-nationals always have to be less than 1%. If the anti-nationals become more than 1%, it is very dangerous for the nation. And already Bakshi Saab will be on the live on Republic TV, alarming all of us how alert we have to be. So we have to ensure that those who tell Bharat Mata Ki Jai have to be maximum in number. So dear parents, there is a very special purpose and reason why we called Major General Bakshi Saab to this event as chief guest. Most of the parents, when they are joining the child to the pre-primary itself, the child will be 3+ years. The child has to learn the alphabets first, the patterns first, then the alphabet. But they'll be seeing whether the foundation course is there in 8th, 9th, 10th, whether JEE Mine and JEE Advanced coaching is there in 11th and 12th. The child is still in the childhood. But they'll be thinking that every child should get into IIT. And I'm not against the children getting into IIT, because the list, around 15 of our students have got above 99 percentile in the JEE Mines. 99.97, 99.93, our own Marathalli students. But how many of them are ready to become Major General Bakshi Saab in the future? That is what matters. Because apart from getting into IIT and running to US, we want people who will stay back in Bharat and make Bharat Mata great. And how much ever you go to US and work for Trump, they will shake hand in the front and backstab you. That is what is known. Why Pakistan and even such a negligible Bangladesh is also trying to raise its voice against this major country Bharat is because they are supported by USA from the back doors. If they were not doing that, because America wants all these neighbors of Bharat to be hurdles in the growth of Bharat. So we have to tell these things to our children. So getting into IIT is also good, but get into IIT and develop one such missile, you just think, Bakshi Saab will just think that this missile should just go and fall into this place. Just by thinking it should go and hit there. With the manovega, with the speed of the mind. Next, those gadgets are also coming. Whatever you think can be deciphered, it seems. You are thinking about something, it can make out. It will catch the vibrations. It will be able to think what you are thinking. Such gadgets are coming. So, we want our children to get into the science and technology and strengthen the power of Bharat. Because today, our Bharat is the 4th largest in the economy. But compared to the European nations, per capita income even today is much far less than their per capita income. Their small countries, they have 4 to 5 trillion GDP per annum. They are 1/10 of our population. But they are having 4 to 5 trillion. We are close to 150 crore population. We are having 5 trillion. Though we are 4th economy, when you compare to the 150 trillion, 150 crore population, that still appears less. So dear parents, when the artwork was made, Sudarshan Patnaik ji was very particular. He is very particular that what is the message we convey through the artwork. He will start telling 1 week in advance. He came 3 days in advance. He will tell, sir, what is the key word, key sentence that we write below the sand sculpture. And when he came to know that Major General Bakshi Saab is the chief guest, he thought that Lord Krishna is hero of all the yugas. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Somebody asks, it seems, how a child has to be. A child has to bring name and fame to the parents. So Lord Krishna is known as Vasudeva because he is son of Vasudeva. He made the name of his parents eternal because of his personality. Then apart from being a good child and a loving child, that is not enough. What he has to do next? Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam. Whoever were the enemies to the society, unwanted elements in the society, like Bakshi Saab removed them in the Kargil warfare, Lord Krishna eliminated Kamsa, Chanura and such negative people from the society to safeguard the health of the society. So he should be a good son to the house and he should be a good son to the society. Next, what else he did? Devaki Paramanandam. By his very presence, he made Mother Devaki feel very happy, the ecstasy. So every mother should feel proud about your child in the future. That's what your child has to achieve in the future. And he did not stop at that. He guided the confused Arjuna in the warfare. Arjuna was such a strong warrior. Even such a strong warrior got confused. He thought that, okay, among the enemies whom I want to fight, even my own relatives are there. And Krishna told that the cancer are born out of my own cells. It is part of my body. But once it is cancerous, though it is part of you, you will have to remove that. Krishna beautifully tells in the Bhagavad Gita that what is dharma, what is adharma. And because he very beautifully taught the duties of a person, duties of an individual, Krishna became the guru not only for Arjuna. Through Arjuna, he became a Jagat Guru. And Bhagavad Gita is the most sacred literature of the entire mankind, even today. Anybody, just 3 days back, 2 of our children went to meet Captain Angad, who is the designated astronaut for Gaganyaan of ISRO. So one of our students asked, which book do you read often? Our Angad Pratap told, sir, we read Bhagavad Gita. And before coming to the stage, General Bakshi Saab was in our office. And he told Bhagavad Gita is key for us because we are all soldiers, we may die any moment. So we will keep chanting one sloka, and he told that sloka, Nainam Chindanti Shastrani, Nainam Dahati Pavakaha, Nachainam Kledayantyapo, Nashoshayati Marutaha. So we are that Atman residing in the body. We don't have any death. So he went to the spiritual mindset. So dear children and dear parents, the slogan what we wrote there was, be Arjun in seeking. Lord Krishna is there, and next to Lord Krishna is our modern Arjuna, who is depicted today, Major General Bakshi Saab. Be Arjun in seeking. Lord Krishna comes for blessing. When you become Arjun, Lord Krishna will come to you. But before becoming Arjun, Lord Krishna will not walk to you. If you want to attract success, if you want to attract Lord Krishna, you have to become Arjuna. Why Arjuna is prized so much? Arjuna was not only a great warrior, he was a Purushottama also in many aspects. And Lord Krishna says in the Vibhuti Yoga that all the best things that you see in the universe are part and parcel of my reflection itself. And among Pandavas, I am Arjuna. That Lord Krishna says. So dear parents, our duty is to ensure that we develop our children like the seekers of Arjuna. Because once we develop that mindset of learning and humility in our children, God will come for blessing. And one thing is, Arjuna had a wonderful individual life as well. But more than that, he became a very great warrior, and he became the sustainer of dharma in the Mahabharata war. And that is what we want every child in Vagdevi to work for. Just getting into IIT, getting on BTech, MTech, okay, that is first level. Don't stop your ambition to the elementary levels. From there you think. First you are thinking of your upliftment. From your upliftment in the worldly life, next get into the social upliftment. How your presence will benefit Bharat Mata, and how you being born as a Bharatiya will help the society, Indian society. That should be our thinking. And next, it is only Bharat which thought of being Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The entire universe being one family, it is a contribution of Indian thinking. Somebody asked Savarkar. Savarkar was also a very great spiritual person. So they asked, do you believe in the boundaries between different countries? He told that definitely I believe, because my first priority is for my country. But if my neighbor is also equally courteous and gentle, then I greet him. If my neighbor is not courteous, if he is a hostile neighbor, then I will have to behave the way I have to behave. Then I will have to take up my weapons and fight with him. So Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam doesn't mean that blindly I welcome Bangladeshi Rohingyas into my nation. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam means those who are having the deep thinking and respect about Indian culture and heritage, And even if they belong to a different culture, they don't interfere, we practicing our culture, they are all to be respected and honored. So that thinking again was given by our Bharatiyas. Dear parents, today we are all here to listen from Bakshi Saab, how to, because he goes to various colleges. There is one place in Gujarat where Swami Dharmabandhu arranges Rashtakatha Shibir. There around 20 to 25,000 students, college students and high school students from across the length and breadth of Bharat, they assemble there, and what they teach for those 10 days is nothing but nation first and nation first. Because another thing what we thought of writing next to Bakshi Saab is, working for the protection of motherland is nothing less than worshipping of the God himself. Because working for protection of motherland is equal to worshipping the God. That is what we wanted to write next to Bakshi Saab. But our Sudarshan Patnaik ji told that no, Bakshi Saab is nothing less than Arjuna, because he is our Kargil war hero. If there is one person who got us victory in Kargil war, it is the strategy of Major General Bakshi Saab, J.D. Bakshi Saab. And we are seeing one such hero here, the national hero here. So, all of you, my request is, let your child go to IIT, let your child go to MIT also, but let it come back and do something like Major General Bakshi Saab to strengthen Bharat Mata, because it is only Mother India who has the kindness what the world wants today. It is only Bharat Mata which thinks of any other country. It is only Bharat Mata and our Indian government which gave vaccines free of cost to more than 80 countries, whereas America wanted to make a market and business out of the vaccines also. So it is only the India, when there is something surplus, they want to share with the needy people. So if Bharat is strong, we are all safe. Otherwise, in 2047, when we are celebrating the 100th year of our independence, there are many people who want to make it another Bangladesh or Pakistan. Do you want that? No. So if you don't want that, please have 2 children per family. That is my first request. Second thing is, apart from keeping the gods and goddesses in the puja room, keep a photo of Mother India, Bharat Mata. So apart from telling Krishna Ji ki jai, Rama Ji ki jai, Bharat Mata ki jai also should come and reverberate from every family. Every family. Okay? And if you have 3 children, those who are having more than 10 lakh rupee income per annum, if you cannot pay the school fees, I have got a super school next year. That child you put into super school, after his 12th you put into National Defense Academy, make him a soldier so that we can safely celebrate the Putani Prapancha. There is no bomb blast here. If there should not be any bomb blast, at least out of 10 family, 1 family should send their child to army. Because otherwise, see, we are safeguarded by the skin. If all the cells in the body, all that we eat only goes to the heart and brain, the skin is like the soldiers. This is the defense. This is the defense department, the skin. So whatever you eat should go into skin also. So there should be something which should become part and parcel of the heart, part and parcel of the brain, part and parcel of the skin. So out of 10 families, at least 1 family should think of sending your child to National Defense Academy, Defense Forces. That's why today we have called General Bakshi Saab. With big round of applause from all of you, we are extending a very warm welcome to Major General Bakshi Saab. I request our CEO ma'am to give this wonderful bouquet and welcome him on behalf of all of you. He has traveled all the way from Delhi yesterday itself to be the part of this. I request Shrikant sir to quickly come onto the stage and put on the shawl. I request Ganesh sir to put on the garland. I request Ganesh sir to put on the garland. I I request Sudarshan Patnaik ji to give this special memento to Bakshi Saab, the 3D etching of Bakshi Saab when he was young. I request Padma ma'am to give this pencil sketch. Show this to everybody. This art is done by our other Asthana Pandit Srinivas sir. I request Indra ma'am and Purna ma'am to give this memento of Goddess Vagdevi. Both of you. I request Sindhu ma'am to give the fruit bowl. Like I told, Parameshwara is accompanied with Parvati Mata also. I request our CEO ma'am to give the Haladi Kumkum, the flower. I request CEO ma'am to put on the shawl and Padma ma'am. Sunita ji, आप बैठिए. Bouquet should always come first, na? So I request Pramod sir and Parameshwar sir to give the bouquet. Dear parents, the society is built because of the sacrifices of thousands and thousands of soldiers across the border. So without those soldiers who sacrificed their life, we wouldn't be this safe here. So on this day, it is our duty to remember all of them and thank all of them with a big round of applause. Now I request Pramod sir to give the bouquet and welcome our special guest, Shri Padma Shri Sudarshan Patnaik ji. None of our functions are complete without his artwork. Sir, you have become our Asthana Pandit now. And I request Ganesh sir to put on the shawl. And I request Parameshwar Bhatt to come here and put on the garland. And I request CEO ma'am to give the memento. CEO ma'am and Padma ma'am. And I request Purna ma'am and Indra ma'am to give this fruit bowl to our chief guest. Dear parents, there were a lot of questions in the recent AI summit because some expert told that in next 5 years all the software jobs will go. And Sridhar Vembu very beautifully told, Indians need not worry about that. Jobs will go for Americans, UK, US, jobs will go because they never know to work. The work culture has gone there. Only weekend culture is there in those countries. See, before electronics came, people were worried what will happen. They were all telling Y2K what will happen. So Sridhar Vembu was telling, whatever AI comes, it will become only a tool in the hands of Indians. It cannot replace Indians. Any artificial intelligence can work with whatever data it has, whatever pattern it has, it can generate. It will make mix match, permutations, combinations, and give something. It cannot think out of the box. Out of the box thinking is possible only for human being, among them only for Indians. Because our Ganapati himself is out of the box thinking. An elephant's head for a human body. Isn't it? So if you see Narasimha Avatara, a lion's head for a human body. Out of the box thinking is part and parcel of DNA of Indians. So another assurance for all the Indians here is, especially the young software engineers, whatever AI comes, the software is only 5% of our total life. Sridhar Vembu was telling, civil engineering cannot replace, that cannot be replaced. Structural engineers cannot be replaced. Hotels cannot be replaced. Food industry cannot be replaced. Only the approach to programming and coding can change a bit. That can be automated. But that is only 5% of the total human life spectrum. So, none of the Indians have to worry about AI, because AI will become another tool to work in the hands of the intelligent Indians. So, dear parents, don't limit to a single child because of somebody's prediction about AI. Okay? And India is one country which is having all the natural resources it wants. And India is the country which invented the concept of zero. India is the country which invented the concept of infinity. India is the country which learned and used the decimal system of counting. Einstein has once told, if India had not given the decimal system of counting, the science couldn't have progressed much. So, Indians don't have to worry about anything, because Indians are having the spiritual mindset, and we all say in Kannada, Huttisida Devaru Hullu Meisalara. Means the Lord who gave the birth to us will not leave us bare-handed. Okay, that is the assurance to all the Indians. Now, why I am telling all these things is, today we are going to have a very special event. The autobiography of our Major General Dr. Bakshiji, who has done PhD on defense and international history, the military strategy, because many of them, they get honorary doctorates. Dr. Bakshi Saab is one person who is taken as an authority on any international relations. You tune to Republic TV along with Arnab, one permanent person whom Arnab trusts is our Major General Bakshi Saab, because of his knowledge. He has not limited himself only to defense sector. He knows about economics. He is like a touch. There is one proverb in Kannada, Adu Muttada Soppilla. So he is one person who has expertised in multiple aspects, which has become a boon for our nation. And even today he is in multiple committees where his opinions and suggestions are sought at national level. So one such great person wants to release his autobiography. In this stage, I requested him. He wanted to release them in Art of Living in the hands of Ravi Shankar Guruji. I told Major Saab, Ravi Shankar Guruji had come to Vagdevi. He only inaugurated our Ganapati block. When he inaugurated Ganapati block, usually he goes to inspire other people, but when he came to Vagdevi, he got inspired. At that time only he started SSRVM, Sri Ravi Shankar Vidya Mandir. And he sent all the trustees the very next day to our school to know how to establish CBSE school, and our principal was the governing council member of SSRVM for 4 years. Our principal was one of the panel members there and governing council members there. And I requested Major Saab, Ravi Shankar Guruji had already come here, so I want your book to be released here, sir, because in the coming decades, our students who are going to be the national heroes, will follow you to release their autobiographies in similar such platforms. So I wish that every Putani of pre-primary, every Putani of our Vagdevila school has his own wonderful life to be presented in front of the world, especially in front of Bharat Mata, in the form of an autobiography. And his book is Journey to Soma. See, there are two types of journeys in everybody's life. One is the external journey. We are born with maybe 2 kg, 2,000, 2,500 grams. Then we grow physically. Then our mental growth happens. Our intellectual growth happens. In our ancient scriptures, they tell Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. So the journey of life is from Annamaya Kosha to Anandamaya Kosha. From the Mooladhara to Sahasrara. The 7 hills are here itself. Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraka, Anahata, Vishuddha, Agna, Sahasrara. The 7th chakra, this is called Tirupati. Edu Kondalavada, Venkatramana is here itself. This is also called the Manidvipa. So he has explained the journey, his actual life journey of his childhood, his studies, his getting into the Indian army, and his experiences in the warfare, and how he succeeded there. The other journey each one of us we have is the internal journey as a person and personality. He beautifully speaks about both the journeys, right from the awakening of the Kundalini chakra. Only after the seeing the book yesterday night, I came to know how spiritually bent mindset our Major General has. And somewhere inside he has written one line. He has written many poems. And I want a big round of applause because he has written 53 books so far. Have you seen any Major General writing 53 books? One major wrote one book and that became a tool for opposition leader to deroot our nation. Okay? And he says there are many types of silences. When you go to exam hall, before the teacher gives you the answer sheet and the question sheet, the entire class will be silent. How do you tell that silence? Okay. And before you tie tali to your wife, before the Mangalavadya, there is a silence. How do you explain that silence? And you are in the war field. In the middle of the war field, there is a silence. How do you explain that silence? So our author here says, I have tasted so many kinds of silence. The deep and sublime, the softy sighing and the terrifying. And the silence also has got so many meanings in it. So those who want to take their journey to Soma, there is a stall put up there. After the release of the books here, there is a stall put up. I request each one of you to go to the stall and buy the book and present it to your child and tell that in the coming decades, I want to become another Major General Bakshi, and that is what you can give back to Bharat. If you can tell that, today's program is successful. Sir, with these words, I have taken enough of time. I extend a very warm welcome to each one of you here and a special welcome to all the parents. Dear parents, I will end up with one anecdote what Vivekananda had. Vivekananda, after 1893, he had become very famous because of his address in the World Parliament of Religions. In 1895, he had a second visit. Then one British woman who was in US, he was ridiculing Vivekananda because Vivekananda was telling so much great about Mother Bharat. My India is so great. The Vedas are from India. The Upanishads are from India. The life science is from India. How to live a good life, the roots are in India. So the lady told, if India is so great, why it became a colonized nation? First you tell me when you will become independent nation first. So Vivekananda, he did not get deterred by that question. He told that it is a temporary situation. He just closed his eyes and meditated. And he told in 1895, my dear friend, 50 years from now, the situation will get so created that India will have to be declared independent. Dear friends, exactly 50 years, 1945, England was facing lot of problem after the Second World War. They were almost ruined. Winston Churchill, who was that time Prime Minister, he takes a resolution in the British Parliament that India will have to be freed. And the second prediction that Vivekananda gave and told that day was, my dear friend, the 18th and 19th century belonged to UK. You went all around the world and you colonized all the innocent nations. 20th century belongs to US, where I am standing now. 21st century belongs to Bharat. Not only 21st century and 1000 years till 30th century, they belong to Bharat. Dear parents, your children are creating the Bhavya Bharat, what was dreamt by Swami Vivekananda. Your child is not just an ordinary child. He is a leader in the making. He is a leader in the making, like our Bakshi Saab. We don't know which major Bakshi is there, which Narendra Modi is there, which Infosys Narayan Murthy is there in your child. So bring him up as the leader who will build not only your family, he should be an asset to your family, he should be an asset to the nation. That is our true Putani Prapancha. Let this Putani Prapancha unveil the Bhavya Bharat in the coming years. Thank you.
है मेरी ज़मीं अफसोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए 100 दर्द सहे महफूज रहे तेरी